Hi, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Erica, and I'm a yoga, mindfulness, and anxiety coach. And today we're going to be doing a self love yoga practice. Self love is often misunderstood and associated with narcissism or egoism, but it really isn't that. Self love is a very powerful practice because it helps us to best serve others. And what I mean by that is that when you practice self love, you are filling your cup. So you're filling your cup with vitality, with energy, whatever it is that you need. And from that place, you can then fully support those around you who are going through a very difficult time. You can hold space for people when they really need it. That's not possible when you don't practice self-love because you're coming from a very depleted place. So practicing self-love is vital not only for you, but it's vital for those around you and for your community. I hope that you really enjoy this video. If you enjoy it, please will you do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. That not only supports me, it also helps you to not miss any videos that I post. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. You can sit up on a blanket or on a pillow if you'd like to lift your hips above your knees. And then we're going to take our hands, one hand on top of the other, to our heart center. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And very gently close your eyes. And just take the next few moments to allow your breathing to normalize. And very gradually begin focusing your awareness on your inhalations and your exhalations. Trying to really breathe in as much prana as possible. And as you breathe out, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. And taking a moment to commit to yourself that you are going to dedicate your practice to you and you only, remembering that as you serve yourself, you can then best serve others. And take one more deep breath in, sigh it out. Very gently blink your eyes open. Taking your arms down to a low V, turn your palms away from you. Take a deep breath in as you expand your lungs, bringing your hands to touch. And as you breathe out, drawing it down into your heart center, lowering your mind down to your heart. And again, deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breath in and out. Just pausing for a moment. And taking your hands to your knees, take a deep breath in as you look up. Pull your shoulder blades down. And breathing out, release your head down, but keep pulling your shoulder blades down. Breathing in, look up. Breathing out, look down. And breathe in back to center. As you breathe out, tilting your head towards your ear. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can stretch your arm out to the side. And coming back to center, to the opposite side. And stretching your arm if that feels good for you. And breathing in, back to center. Look towards the corner and then look down towards your armpit. And you can stay here, or you can take your hand and place it on your head. Don't pull down, just gently rest your hand. And release over to the opposite side. And release, coming back to center. We're going to start rocking backwards and forwards. So you're curling your spine, coming off your sitting bones. And then as you breathe in, coming forwards and gently arching into your spine. So this rocking motion should feel very natural and organic. Try to relax into it. Perhaps close your eyes and feel into the movement. And then coming back to a central position, starting to rotate your spine in an feeling as if your spine is a spoon and your pelvis is a bowl. So you're stirring your pelvis. There's no right or wrong way. Just make it feel good for you. So if you need to back off, back off. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. And swapping directions. And then slowly coming back to center. You're going to lift your knee, place your foot flat on the ground, and then turn your body towards that knee, taking your hand behind you and wrapping your opposite hand around that thigh, looking towards the back wall. And gently releasing your twist, taking that same foot, holding it with your opposite hand, and seeing if you can take it into your elbow of your opposite hand, and then just cradling it like you're holding something in your arms, And just gently rocking from side to side, just to loosen up that hip joint a little bit. And then releasing it back down, crossing your legs and lifting your opposite knee, placing that foot flat on the ground, taking the same hand as your knee that's lifted behind you, and then twisting around, taking your opposite hand around your thigh and looking towards your shoulder at the back. And gently releasing the twist, taking the same foot that's flat into your elbow, cradling it, and then just gently rocking it from side to side. And releasing it back down. And coming into a malasan, if you would prefer to do a malasan on a block, you can place a block underneath your sitting bones, or you can take a few books and place them underneath you so you can sit on your books. If you're going into a traditional malasan, we're just going to use our elbows to open up our knees and then gently close your eyes. And gently opening your eyes. Taking your hands down to the mat, turn your feet so that your toes, so that your feet are pointed forward, and lift your hips into Uttanasana. So hanging in Uttanasana, just allowing your head to relax by shaking it no. And taking a deep breath in and out. And very gently bending into your knees, hanging your arms and your head as you slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to standing. Taking a deep breath in, extending both your arms up at the sides to touch at the top, and bringing it all into your heart center. Bowing your head down to your heart, and then keeping on bending your knees, rolling down all the way to Uttanasana. And again, breathing in, unfurling the spine, your arms come all the way up. And breathing out, bring it into your heart center, bowing down. And continuing to roll down. And again, breathing in. Down into your heart, rolling down all the way. And then placing your hands flat on the mat, stepping back to a tabletop position, and just first of all, hinging back, keeping your toes tucked in, just to stretch between your toes. You might not go back too far, and it doesn't feel very comfortable, but it's a really nice stretch of the toes. On your next inhalation, coming back to tabletop, releasing your feet and just paddling them a few times. Then turning your hands either out to the sides or fingertips pointed towards the thighs, and just rocking backwards and forwards or side to side to stretch into your wrists for a moment. Bringing your fingertips back to face forwards and walking your fingers about a foot in front of you, releasing down in a puppy pose. And as you breathe in, look forward, slither all the way through, sitting up for a Sphinx pose. So what I like to do is take my arms out in front of me and then draw my elbows back, shoulder width apart. And from here, as you breathe in, lifting up out of your shoulder girdle, opening up your chest, making sure that your toes are all pointing down towards the mat. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release your head down. Take your hands to either side of your rib cage. Push back through a tabletop. Tuck your toes and push back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet. And then coming to a moment of stillness, either keeping your knees bent in your downward facing dog or stretching into your legs. Either way is absolutely perfect as long as your back is nice and flat. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. And on your next inhalation, lifting your right knee, bringing it into your chest, stepping it forward, and setting up for a low lunge. Releasing your back foot, this time taking your hands to prayer position. And on your next inhalation, keeping your hands touching, stretching your arms right up. On your next exhalation, left hand down to the mat, right hand turns, palm faces the side into a twist. Either now into a side plank or an assisted side plank, so you can keep your foot on the floor, or you can take that foot all the way to stack on top of your bottom foot. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, coming back to a plank position, holding it for a moment in your plank position, and then gently lowering down all the way to the ground, releasing your feet, pushing up in a cobra, just holding it, possibly a baby cobra. Don't take it too far just yet. Take a deep breath in, breathing out, release, and breathe in, push back, tabletop, tucking in your toes, downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, bending your left knee into your chest, stepping it well through, setting up for your low lunge, taking your hands to your heart. And as you breathe in, stretching your arms right by your ears. And as you exhale, right hand down to the mat, left palm faces the side wall in your twist. And you choose either your assisted side plank, or you can take your foot and stack it on top of the other. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out into your plank pose, pushing back to a downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Bringing your knees down to the mat, knees quite wide apart, big toes touching. Releasing into a child's pose. Stretching your arms as much as possible, releasing your forehead down, and using this as a dynamic movement. So feeling the energy in your hands, and then feeling yourself drawing your tailbone down towards your feet. Your elbows are lifted off the mat. And as you breathe in, walking your hands back, bringing your knees hip width apart, back into your tabletop, tucking in your toes, pushing up to your downward facing dog. This time as you breathe in, lifting your right leg parallel to the floor. As you breathe out, bend your knee into your chest, step it between your hands, your foot, and then set up for a warrior two. Windmilling your arms open. Making sure that your front knee is not on the inside of your foot. Make sure your knee is tracking over your big toe and your second toe. So engage in that inner thigh. Take a deep breath in and out. And taking your hands to your heart, turn your toes to face the front. Take a deep breath in and twist over to the right hand side. You can either stay here, or if you'd like, you can hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. And if it's available to you, look up towards the back. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, release. Turn your back foot and come back into your warrior number two. Deep breath in and out. On your next inhalation, you're going to take both your feet and turn them towards each other. I'm going to face the front so you can see what I'm doing. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to hinge forward, taking your hands down to the mat, flattening your back for a moment. And as you breathe out once again, releasing your head down towards the mat. Your hands can be on your ankles, or they can be behind you through your feet, through your legs, or you can have them by your face. And on your next inhalation, coming up first through a flat back, maybe possibly bringing your feet closer together, bending well in your knees, taking your hands to your hips, and coming up with a flat back. Now we're going to be doing the warrior two on the opposite side. So this time you're going to turn your left foot out, your right toes turn in, and we're going to open up our arms. Deep breaths. Now we're going to take our hands to our heart. Turn your back foot so that your toes are pointing forwards. And then we're going into our twist. So you're going to twist your body over to the left, and either you're going to stay here, or if it's available to you, you're going to take your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. On your next inhalation, coming back up, turning your back foot again to set up for your warrior two, and opening up your arms. Take a deep breath in. And on your next exhalation, windmilling your arms and coming through a vinyasa. Either you can place your knees on the mat and come through a cobra, or if you practice chaturanga, an upward facing dog, you can do that. Coming back into downward facing dog, take a deep breath in, sigh it out, and then walking your feet forwards, setting up for another malasana. So this time you might not use blocks. If you used them before and you would like to use them again, that's absolutely fine. And this time in our malasana, we're going to take our hands to our heart and just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out. Breathing in that prana and breathing out what no longer serves you. Very gently opening your eyes. Turning your feet parallel, we're going to finish off in a traditional child's pose. So bringing your knees together and releasing your forehead down. Your arms are by your sides and your shoulders are completely relaxed. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to go inward for the next couple of moments. And very gently roll up slowly, slowly. And either staying in Virasana or coming to a comfortable seated position, finishing off taking our hands to our hearts once again, closing your eyes. And for the next few rounds of breath, breathe in self-compassion and release anything that isn't serving you. And slowly blinking your eyes open. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.